Good morning, it's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and this is Elite Dangerous, and it is game on. We are at Attenborough's Watch. This is waypoint 6, I think. Well, this is not waypoint 6, but this is near waypoint 6. This is the closest base to 6. We did visit Thor's Eye last time. And we're gonna set off for the Omega Nebula. And let's see if I have a keyboard. Yes, I do. Makes it a little easier to enter in information like this. EL Y E60. Yeah, so even with the PlayStation, we still have keyboards. So this is about 1200 light years away. It's a small trip. We're gonna zoom out. I guess the nebula itself is not quite in the... Alright. I am not great at... Are any of these actually inside the nebula? For instance, this thing. Isn't that the one we picked though? No, but that's the one we were supposed to pick. How lucky is that? ELYD60, I guess I didn't put the 0 in. This is the one we want to go to. That one seems to be kind of inside the nebula, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got all the stars. Let's get rid of some of these guys. Let's get rid of those guys. Alright, this is where we're going. Alright. That is plotting. Attenborough's Watch does not have all the services, but it does have repair and repaint. There are missions. I have no cargo. Good morning, Robert. I'm not gonna do that. I was hoping maybe they had a mission, want to bring some data to Colonia, but I guess that would be kind of silly. Alright, Attenborough Watch is inside an asteroid. We got 35 jumps. So we have plenty of time. I did take some pictures of Attenborough. I feel fairly confident that it is named for the famous scientist of our time. Who is still narrating English nature programs. Alright, we're gonna have to super cruise out of here. We're gonna try and get away from the planet and the rings. Before we start our trip. So we have plenty of time for the 35 jumps, so we're probably gonna do some exploring while we're at it. I mean open. I didn't go private for this. I don't think there's gonna be any. Anybody want to get out here and mess things up? So the only deviation I see that I'm likely gonna be doing on the trip is when we get to Eagle Sector, which is the next stop after the Omega sector. I'm probably gonna go to the asteroid base rather than the planetary one. That's more just because I can, and I don't know. I don't know if I want to try landing on planets too much. It's easier in this small vehicle because it's you have better view. And also you can kind of cheat and do the outside view. I'm gonna start off with a loop of correction. This is a little unusual. You don't often see, I don't think, at least I don't recall having seen high metal content worlds with multiple moons. Why a hauler? I guess might be a question on someone's mind. Because I can. Alright, set filters. Planets and moon. No. So not only does this have a ring system, it also has multiple moons. Yeah, there's that. You know, if something were to happen, it wouldn't cost me much to replace it. The build was probably less than 100,000 credits. Rebuy cost 230. Okay, that's weird. Why is it so expensive? Oh well, the build was cheap. And it's a little bit different to fly in something that actually moves versus in the sluggish Anaconda. Yeah, I know the rebuy cost on my Anaconda is see, it was 17, but then I A-rated most of the stuff, so it went way up. So it's like easily 24, 25 million in rebuy. And I don't really want to lose that to stupid stuff going on. Plus, I don't know. It's something different. It's not, you know, it's just not another guy flying in an Anaconda. And we saw it too when we had we all got together, a lot of us got together and we landed on a planet back there at waypoint 6. And you know, there was half of the ships were anacondas. And the other half was a mix of whatever else. Asps, lots of asps, diamondback explorers, and my hauler. Oh, excuse me for a second, I got this. Alright. Now these guys are all really, really close. Alright. We have to refuel. Alright, I'm gonna check and see what EDSM has for points of interest around here. Hello. Let's see, where are we? Okay, let me check out this site. Let's see where it is. Uh, GFE C10. Alright, let me put a bookmark. Alright, that's a little bit off of where we're going, and also very far away. Let's try another one. Sorry, I put my glasses on so I can read. Did not find that. Okay. That's because there's a typo. That's not an L, it's an I. That's also kind of far away from where we are right now. Kind of have a feeling that the Alright. I'm not really finding anything too interesting here. Alright, I'm giving up on that. Well, we may swing into that one on our way once we get past the Eagle, and we'll see where the expedition is taking us. We can swing out to that site. It's an old Guardian site. The Ancient Guardians, which is all tied into the Thargoid stuff as well. The first, the waypoint today is the Omega sector, Omega Nebula, and we'll worry about that after we go there. The next one will be Eagle. The Eagle sector. Alright, so the Enigma expedition was set up for Commander Dove Enigma 13, who has cancer, and he really wants to go to Colonia. So that's what this expedition is. There's over 500 people sign up on EDSM, which is mostly the PC side. There's also a lot of people on the PS4 and I would think on the Xbox side too. I don't really have any connection to the Xbox community. But I'm sure there's a bunch of people there too. All participating in the expedition, following Dove Enigma out to Colonia. There is a charity thing along with it for St. Jude Research Hospital, which is a cancer clinic. They do a lot of research and treatment of cancer, particularly in children. A fantastic organization. There is a link in the description of the stream. That will take you to the Just Giving page, and that lists all the details on the expedition and the charity, Commander Dove Enigma 13, and St. Jude. And then if you can spare a few pounds or dollars or euros, I'm sure St. Jude will be very happy to use the funds to help treat children with cancer. Looks like I missed the main event here. It's really nothing spectacular, it's just a water world. But it's cool nonetheless. Alright, it's a star. If you haven't seen a hauler before, it's this little thing. I guess it has kind of some similarities to I don't know. It looks stubby. We checked the map, right? Yeah, we did.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm not sure if we're gonna find anything undiscovered out here. It's pretty much just following the highway. Come on, scan it already.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
A what? Why are you jumping to a T? There's no jumping to T's. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Again with a T? Hey man, how was the racing yesterday? We need to find some time to get together and do some racing again. I miss the good old days.
Frameshift drive charging.
What's... Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot more too. I'm having a lot more fun. I'm having a lot more fun now because I'm getting better at it. I'm not gonna say that, you know, my consistency is super great, but I have 2 wins in the manufacturer race this week. So obviously I'm doing something good. Trying to get this thing sorted out, man. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. And one of them was at Interlagos, which
Frameshift drive charging.
Group 3 car at Interlagos Just being able to actually keep the car on track for, what was it, 10 or 12 laps. That was huge for me. And the same yesterday too with the Blue Moon triangle track. 20 laps without any major incidents. So yeah, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Gonna get some real... And I got my C rating. I told you that, right? I got my C rating back after the win yesterday. Yeah, I got pole position. By what? 0.2 of a second? And I won by almost a full second, which wasn't really that great, but still on. It was a proper NASCAR race. That's what it was. Lots of position changes. Some elbowing, some crashes in the midfield. It was really cool. And I did review the first 5-6 laps or whatever on the replay, which is also part of the stream there, just to see what happened. And I did have one touch with I don't know, the ghost or whatever his name was. I don't remember. It was a small touch which kind of made him have a small touch with the wall. It wasn't a crash. It was a gentle paint transfer. Yes. It's very important to not necessarily pole position, but the higher up you are, the less likely you are to run into trouble, unless one of the guys in the back goes, you know, like full torpedo mode into turn 1. Alright, good night, Scoobs. I'll see you soon. We'll get some racing. Yeah, there's very often some very optimistic drivers who wants to make up many spots in turn 1, and if they are overly optimistic, they end up plowing into the front runners. The hope is that the front runners will kind of get around the bend in corner 1 before the torpedo arrives. Alright. I'm having some button difficulties here. Here we go. Yeah, I was a little surprised getting pole position. But it was that was really and I know it's like you're seeing me, I'm at the front most of the time, but for 12 out of the 20 laps there was always somebody on my tail, or right next to me, or right in front of me, so it wasn't like Brazil where I got a 2-3 second lead on lap 1. And then just had to cruise safely home. I had to constantly check behind me to see what was going on. Yeah, I didn't have the fastest lap. I think that Ghost guy had the fastest lap. Also, the guy, I don't know, C-Dub or... sorry, I don't remember the names, but... in the Volkswagen Beetle, he was also very fast. Drafting is really powerful on tracks like that, because it's all straights. But also, I was surprised at how fast the Jaguar was. Right now, they're saying the Porsche is it's one of the best Group 3 cars in the game. So I was not really surprised that there was 2 of them fighting behind me. This is a big giant water world. Looks like there's a polar ice cap. Let's see what it says about this thing, because it looks really big. Terrestrial water world with an active water-based chemistry and carbon water-based life. 7.7 as 7.7 times as massive as Earth. Okay. Got to check what the other guys here is. Those guys are Type 2 gas giants. Let's go check those guys out. This is what we Dave Weaver has subscribed. Why isn't it showing up, man? Yeah, I just got an email from YouTube saying Dave Weaver has subscribed, but it's not getting picked up, and I am sorry about that. Oh, damn it. Give me a second to get my phone.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so the microphone was muted. Alright. Well, thank you, Dave Weaver. You got your name on the screen. I appreciate the subscription. Appreciate all my subscribers. We're charging in at the speed of light. We'll scan these guys just because they're so close. And then we'll go back for the main start. Do a quick look. We'll go in for another refuel. Right here.
Charging.
Alright, so the plan for today isn't very complicated. We got what, about 30 jumps or so to go. Okay, make it 20.
Fuel scooping complete.
So, well, let's see. Okay, well, let's see what we can find. If anything here stands out. Or does it change the route now? Alright, where are we? What if we do this? Let's see what we can find. Keyboard still on. Okay. Okay, AA dash A H. It's a moving. Herschel 36. We were already there. Okay, so there was nothing there. How long until we get out of the sector? Okay, not until we get into the Omega sector. Great.
Frameshift drive charging.
We can jump around a little bit inside the Omega Nebula. There should be some photo opportunities once we get a little bit closer to the Nebula and we can see more of the colors and stuff. Maybe we can find some interesting planets to put down on.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
It's not a massive fuel scoop, but it's also a really tiny ship and a really tiny gas tank.
Frameshift drive charging.
Fuel tank doesn't even show up here. I think it's like a size 2 or a class 2 fuel tank. It's got like what, 4 tons of fuel in it. Doesn't do great on super cruise, but it does with this frameshift drive, engineered and all. Does pretty darn good with jump range.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, welcome back. Yeah, so we're heading towards the Omega Nebula. I'm gonna once we get a little bit closer, we should be able to see it, and then we'll have to figure out if we could find a place to stop and get some photo op with the Nebula and everything.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Fuel scooping complete.
I don't know how well you can see it in the stream. But on the right hand side where it says fuel, it also says how much you're using per hour. And then underneath that there is a thin bar, and then there's a thick bar, and then there's a separator bar. And the thin bar is your fuel use for supercruise. The thick bar is your fuel tank. Alright. The thick bar is your fuel tank, showing how much fuel you have in your tank, period. The second one shows how much fuel you are using, like in a separate fuel tank for supercruise. And you can see that it's shrinking pretty darn fast. And once that gets to the end, it will take out of a chunk out of your fuel tank to refuel itself. So if you come in with a small fuel tank into Alpha Centauri, is it? Yeah, but I think 1.2 is fairly common. Anyways, if you come in there with a small fuel tank, I don't know how big the fuel tank is in the Sidewinder, and you're using if you're using 1.2 tons per hour, you're gonna run out on the way to Hutton. And I don't think most people really take that into consideration, that it's a long haul, it's gonna take you a while. Alright, I'm gonna... what am I doing? I'm gonna try one of those sunrise pictures. Okay, I have to turn off the orbit lines. Alright. Alright. That's enough of that. Always good to get some screenshots. Those sunrise pictures from orbit are pretty cool.
Frameshift drive charging.
So, is that dark cloud over here? Is that where we're going?
4, 3, 2, 1. View skipping.
Yeah, I don't even know how much fuel is in a Sidewinder. I haven't been in one for long enough to find out. I think with both of my commanders, I got out of that Sidewinder after 1 or 2 missions. Right into something else. But yeah, I mean that thin line indicating the super cruise fuel, just in that little super cruise we did right now, it took half the tank. So that goes fast. That goes very fast. Yeah, I think I sold it. I ditched it. I just said, take all my money, take my ship, buy me something new. I think in one of the games I went into a hauler, which well, I mean, you got that 3A that you can use for cargo space, and that one. So you get 2 modules where you can fit in a class 3 cargo space, which gives you what, 16 tons capacity total? Am I doing that right? Oh, I did have a chance to watch some of the Frontier Dev live stream yesterday. Didn't have time to watch it all. There was not a whole lot, I guess, on the planets. It was mostly the Chieftain and an overhaul of the trade system with the trade data sort of available in game, which incorporates some of the functionality you have with like finding trade routes and stuff that you use EDDB for. But it doesn't really make EDDB obsolete, because there are a lot of other functions in EDDB that you can use that are far superior to what you get in the game. What they put in the game is basically you can search for places where you can buy whatever commodity it is you're looking for, and it will give you the closest systems and the pricing and availability and all that stuff, which makes it easy for you to figure out how to do the trading, which is great.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
And they should have had that from day one, but there you go. Hello. Here's an Earth-like. Didn't check. Has it been explored? I will be sure. Are you kidding me? Right here in the middle. Oh, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna go straight back to Amundsen and I'm gonna sell it. And I know that I just jumped halfway to Omega, but this is an Earth-like and probably an ammonia world right next to it. That is an Earth-like. It's like right in the shipping lane. Well, more or less. Between the bubble and Colonia. And that could be an ammonia world. This is very, very exciting. This is exciting times, people. Right, I'm gonna scan the sun while we're flying. Come on. Oh, this isn't the Tory. This isn't a Tory. It's a Class K. The rest of them are just chunks of ice. Yeah, I had to replot multiple times to get it to accept my stuff. Ah, that sucks, man. I thought that was gonna. I was so convinced that was gonna be. I should have seen it on the hologram, though. I was hoping this was gonna be something more. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in here. All right, so this is where we're going. I'm gonna bookmark it. So I can find it again. And then we're gonna go all the way back and we're gonna go all the way forward again. It doesn't show me. Where the hell is Amundsen? Okay. No, man, that's not the one. All right. All right, I have to look it up. It's not. I'm not looking for Amundsen. I'm looking for Attenborough. Attenborough waypoint 6. D122. Okay, let's wow. Lagoon. Sector FW. WD 122. No. D1 dash 122. There we go. I was close. So we're gonna fly 765 light years backwards. But it's all for a good cause. It's 21 jumps backwards. So we're just gonna speed bump. Not speed bump, but speed jump. Back. It's an Earth-like discovery. I gotta get that in. Considering everybody else is also coming from around Attenborough and towards the same spot, they're all going to be flying through there. It's mine, it tells you it's mine. course, I could have just speed jumped into the Eagle as well, but that's further.
Fuel scooping complete.
But I would have been ahead. No, we're going.
Drive charging.
It's not often you find an Earth-like. I was exploring for 6 hours yesterday. Visited 80 or 90 systems in that time. It was more than that, wasn't it? More like 120, I think it was. I can actually find out. I think it was 128. Didn't find a single one, and now here just random 20 jumps and boom, there's an Earth like right in the middle of the highway from the Earth bubble to the Colonia bubble. Just goes to show there's still a lot to be discovered out here.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we're just gonna speed jump back, sell our exploration data, and then we'll speed jump back about 20 jumps. And then we'll start looking for photo ops for the Omega Nebula. What I would like to get would be a moon around a ringed planet with a view of the nebula. Hopefully get well, obviously the moon, the planet, the rings, and the nebula in the background. That could be cool. It's just getting everything to line up is probably going to be a little bit of work. But even now, I haven't really been super cruising much. It's just, you know, that little 1 minute between jumps. Fuel tank, the top fuel tank, the super cruise fuel tank is just emptying. But you may have noticed there it stopped refueling
Charging.
and then suddenly it started again. That's because it transferred fuel from the main tank into the other tank. So now they're both full.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, kind of. I got interrupted on refueling the main tank though, because we got out of refueling range.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, we're halfway back.
3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
You would think that you'd go back the same way you came, but you know, because my jump range is the same, and there has been some small changes to the
fuel scooping.
there's been some small changes to the routing parameters.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
So if I had a little bit more guts, I would probably include some more non-main sequence stars in here, but I don't want to get down a path where suddenly I find myself without fuel. I mean, I don't think I would.
Fuel scooping.
There should be enough stars around here to jump to.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I don't know how many steps behind you does it keep track of? Not that many, is it?
Frameshift drive charging.
So it's not like you can follow your own path back more than, I don't know, 10, 15 jumps.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Hold on a second. That was Elizabeth from the Resort Rewards Center. You wanted to give me something that I didn't ask for.
Frameshift drive charging.
Spam phone calls, it's nasty business.
3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, we're almost there.
Four, three, two,
It's kind of sad because we spent so much time getting out there with the exploring and everything, and then jetting back, but I do have a plan for this. I'm gonna check and see if it's possible before
Fuel scooping.
anything else, but
Fuel scooping complete. Warning. Temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging.
no. We do not engage frameshift drive at that temperature.
Three, two, frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, 2 more jumps, then we're back to Attenborough. And then we'll do the 20 jumps back out to sort of kind of where we were. Let's see. And then we'll start looking for that photo op.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
There we go. Right back to Attenborough.
Four, three, two,
All right.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
All right. There's nobody here. Alright, so after almost 2 hours, we're right back where we started. Well, that's alright. We're not in any hurry. We got time today to get to where we need to go. And obviously, with the speed jumping, we're gonna be doing a lot quicker return to just about where we were. It's a nice looking gas giant. Lots of swirlies on it. And now you get to see me land. Manually, again. Doesn't happen too often. One of the funny things with the asteroid bases.
Access granted. Cleared for landing on pad.
Yeah, my favorite. Yeah, there's no. I either have to give up the scanner and take the docking computer, or I had to give the docking computer to do the scanner. And I did go for the. I did go for the scanner. Docking I can do, especially with this little ship. It's really not that bad. Seems the asteroid bases are rotating more slowly.
Landing gear deployed.
Uh-oh. Oh, any landing you walk away from.
Successful. Engaging docking restraints. Station services are at your disposal.
Uh, am I missing something here, or? That was an Earth-like, right? Why is it not showing up? I don't have the detailed. I don't have the detailed scanner. I only have the advanced discovery scanner. I don't have the surface scanner. Is that why I'm not getting the full? The problem isn't that the problem isn't the money. The problem is I can't figure out which system it is. So that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Alright, so this looks like the last one. A little bit of detective work there. Where's my mouse pointer? Try IAE SJP C2228 1. All right. Yeah, I know. My scan is still, my scan is still good though. It's just not complete. What did we say? SJP? Yeah, I could have fitted the SJP. There it is. All right. EDSM. Let's see. Does this one have it now? That's questionable, but still. It's not in there yet. Yeah, I don't care about the money. What about EDDB? Systems. All right, it's not. But if we go out here now. First discovered by me. These other ones I don't care about. Okay, brilliant. I shall set in place part 2 of my plan after the stream. It's gonna be some other firsts here. But without the advanced scanner, you're not really getting a whole lot. Only 3. Alright. It's fine. Alright. We're gonna go back out there, and then we're gonna switch back to star class. return to surface. Actually, alright, no, it doesn't matter. We'll head out there. Come on, man.
Disengage from landing pad. Moderate speed on exit.
What do you mean moderate speed on exit? A lot of funky wiggle in the in the hauler. So hey, what size frameshift drive does the adder take? Okay, that's a class 3 drive. So what if I do maximize jump range? Alright, let's redo that. I can take an adder going home. What other ships do we have? Let's have a look at the ships. And jump range. What do we have that has... I wish we could filter on. Wish we could filter on that. The Eagle also has a class 3 frameshift drive. Core modules. All right. The only two ships that has the size 2 frameshift drive is the Hauler and the Sidewinder. Everyone else uses 3 or higher. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I'm trying to find out, can I put one, two, three, four, five. One is a military. And I don't really like the Eagle either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's one more. The Adder has one more optional internal slot than the Hauler. And if I maximize that, it doesn't seem to do that. Alright. Fuel scoop, 3A fuel scoop. What do I have? If I do a 2A frameshift drive with, what do I have for optimal mass? I got about 40% increase, right? That's still only 22 light years versus stock being 30. I don't need cargo. I was just hoping that I could take advantage of my engineered class 2 drive and put it in the Adder and get some extra out of it. But I can't. But I can put in certainly put in the detailed surface scanner. I can put in the detailed surface scanner, I can put in the advanced discovery scanner. And let's remove those. I can put in class 3. I can put in a 2D shield generator. And I'll have a... that will do about 30 light years. I don't think I have any option for going any lighter than that, and I actually still have an empty module and empty slot. If I put an SRV in there, oh man, that's gonna cut my jump range down to 25. Right. Yeah, I don't really have any option of engineering it though out in Colonia.
Complete. Frameshift drive
And
charging.
I don't think the 1, 2, 3, 4.
4, 3, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4. The only way, the only thing I can do is drop.
fuel scooping.
Drop the auto field maintenance unit, which really I don't need. And I know that sounds crazy.
Complete. Frameshift drive charging.
But I could drop the field maintenance unit and replace it with a detailed surface scanner, and I could get real exploration data that way. It may sound a little crazy to drop the field maintenance unit because you can't do repairs, but there are places along the way where repairs can be done. And
Fuel scooping complete.
we're not really taking that much damage anyways. And that way we can keep the hauler on the trip back.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I think that might be the way to go. That's the only thing I can think of reconfiguring on the hauler is I can't do. So I have I have 4 slots total, 2 size 3s, 1 size 2 and 1 size 1. So the 1 is for the discovery scanner that I already have. I have a size 2D shield generator in the number 2 slot. Then I need a 3A for the
Fuel scooping complete.
fuel scoop. And I don't really need a size 3 slot for the surface scanner, but I don't really have a choice. And that's still gonna give me that's still gonna give me this jump range.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
All right. So I think that's the only logical option here, other than bringing my asp out here and use the asp to get back. It's gonna cost a few million to ship the
Scooping complete.
asp out here, though.
Warning. Temperature critical.
I guess. I mean, I have time to get it done. It's not the time. I mean, I can do it now. Well, not now, but once we get to Eagle.
Drive charging.
No, we can't because there's no shipyard. Without a shipyard, you can't transfer ships. Alright. So your only option is actually to do the ship transfer out in Colonia. It's gonna be a few million to ship it out there. I have like what, 3/4 of a billion, so a few million isn't really gonna be too much of a pain.
Fuel scooping.
I don't remember what the jump range is on my ASP, so
Warning. Temperature critical.
I'm not sure if it's gonna be. Not sure if it's really gonna be a huge gain.
Frameshift drive.
Going from 40 to maybe 45, other than the fact that I'd have more tools going home.
4, 3, 2, 1. Frameshift drive charging.
I hate it when they do that. They fill the water bottle so full that you can't possibly pour anything out of it, because as soon as you tilt it over, it spills over. But you're not getting enough angle on it to pour it into a glass. So now I spilled.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, once we get out here, we're gonna have another look and see how far we're gonna go. Ah. Welcome back. It's good to see people returning.
Fuel scoop.
What rank am I? I don't know.
Fuel scooping complete.
Depends on what you're looking at. My explorer rank is elite, my trade rank is elite, and my combat rank is master.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yes. I have I don't know, I probably have about a dozen ships by now. I'm kind of
Fuel scooping.
Instead of using one ship for everything now, I'm kind of I'm building different ships for different tasks. So I'm building them single purpose. I have an Anaconda for combat. I have a Type 9 for cargo. Yeah, I think I already sent you one the other day. I'm not sure if that was on the PC or the PS4. Are you PS4 or PC?
Warning, temperature critical.
Yeah, right now I'm on the PS4, so I can't do it from here. I'd have to launch. I thought I sent it out from my PC commander. I don't know.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Let me go have a look.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright. That's unfortunate. Minor damage. Jump rate on hauler is about 40 light years, just under.
Temperature critical. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Friends and private groups. Alright.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay. Already friends, it says. Yeah. Yeah, you probably got a friend request from Commander Berthoff Cooper
Disengaged.
sometime in the last week. That's me on the PC side. Hey, dog.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right. Here we go. SJPC 2228.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Right. All right, we got nowhere to go. That's not true though. We did set a bookmark over here.
Frameshift drive charging.
So this is Earth-like planet that we found earlier. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna take a closer look.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right, here we go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. So we're gonna head over towards the
Fuel scooping
Omega
complete.
sector.
Frameshift drive charging.
Once the next jump is into Omega sector, we're gonna make sure we get away from the star so we can see hopefully the Omega Nebula in front of us, so we have some sort of idea of how many jumps we gotta go before it becomes sort of what we need to look at. Or what we want to look at, and from there on we're just gonna have to go until we can find a place to land and take some pictures.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, so we're like 400 light years away from the target. The Nebula should start getting yeah, I think I see it right there. This dark and purple thing. We may want to get a few jumps closer before we can really get an eye on that.
Fuel scooping.
Also,
Fuel scooping complete.
and look at this massive star cluster. What is that? Gotta be this, right? All these blues? Look at all these blues. Holy moly. Alright, well, we'll have a look at those later. That looks spectacular, though.
Frameshift drive charging.
The Omega Nebula is kind of in the bottom right hand corner of the window. We're zigzagging a little bit to get over to it. I need it to be a little bit bigger. So another couple of jumps. Let's see. But that cluster of Class B stars, that is huge. Didn't mean to do that.
Frameshift drive charging.
I wonder if somebody has been to all of those blues over there. That is quite a few stars. What's up, dog? Huh? How are you doing? Are you okay?
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get really far away from a Class A star to get rid of the light pollution to see the nebula. So we're gonna move to something a little bit less bright. Doesn't really look less bright from here, but it is.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
So we do know that the nebula is kind of next to these bright stars. And it won't show up until we get a few light seconds away from the star here. Alright, there it is. Ah, still too small.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
Actually, I want to fill up.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, let's see what's around this K class star and if it will kind of do what it is we want to do.
4, 3, 2.
We can switch to economical mode from here on in, so we'll just do little jumps to get a little bit closer, just so I can find the right place to take the picture from.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, let's have a look what we got here. Not what we're looking for.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, we'll go one more. We're closing in on the Omega Nebula. And our new waypoint. I forgot which one it was here in all this excitement. Waypoint 7.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Warning. Temperature critical.
Alright. Let's see what we got here. Okay. It's looking promising. I think I want to go here. But that might be wrong. Hmm. Alright, so here I won't have the sun in my way. I should be able to, if the moons are positioned correctly. It doesn't have to be that moon, it could be the other moon, but I would like to be close. It's not really working out the way I had hoped. Alright, because I gotta get my hope was to get the moon lined up with the moon lined up with the planet and the rings and the nebula. And that doesn't seem to be happening here. So we're gonna try a few more systems and see if what we can find. So we're gonna go just a little bit at a time, just so I don't run into the problem where suddenly I'm inside the nebula. And also, it didn't look like the right angle on the rings. I wouldn't really have gotten a good picture of that from the moon.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
All right, we got some nice moons out here. So we'll go out. We'll have a look at what this looks like. If you can see the nebula, that's hopefully even if we get the star sort of interfering, it shouldn't be too much of a distraction from 2,000 light seconds away. It's more important to get the I don't even know how to explain it. I just want like a straight shot from the nebula to the gas giant and then to the moon that I want to land at, so that when I'm sitting on the moon's surface, I can get a shot off the gas giant, hopefully with the rings, and then have the Omega Nebula in the background. That's what I'm trying to do. And if I can get some cool landscape to go with that, I guess that would be awesome. Of course, I don't have an SRV, so I have to be able to land and take the shot from outside the ship. Alright, so here's the system. The rings and the planet orbits are on the same plane. Which they usually are, but sometimes not. I see you. Alright, so we're gonna stop. Gonna swing in and look at the... And there's the nebula. Get a little bit closer to this thing. Okay. We are for... Where's my gas giant? Okay, we're gonna lock onto the gas giant just so we know where it is. The positioning isn't the best, and we're a little too far away still, I think.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's just, you're working on getting closer, and then you're getting closer and closer and closer, and then suddenly, like, boom, you're smack right in it.
Fuel scooping.
Alright, we do have some planets.
Fuel scooping complete.
We do have a gas giant with rings. And we do have an icy body down there. It's a little close to the sun. That could be a problem. If there's too much light, we won't see the nebula. Also, we haven't figured out where the nebula is in relation to our thing here. The nebula should be in this direction. Okay. And our gas giant is down there. I don't think we're gonna be able to get that shot in this system. And maybe we will. I think that's actually going to be... It's going to be on the wrong side, isn't it? Gonna be on the wrong side because I can look at this, but the gas giant's gonna be not where I need it to be. All right.
Frameshift drive charging.
Try again. We may just have to, I don't know. We can do multiple shots. We can get one and the other, but not all of it all together.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive.
This is gonna take me into the Omega sector. Let's see if we can get a distance here first. We can see the nebula. Because if we're inside it, we can't really get the picture. There it is. Alright. So just because we are in the Omega sector doesn't mean we are in the nebula. But we are getting close. We'll see what we got here for see what we got here for options.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
27. There should be a gas giant here. Many gas giants here. Alright, let's see how this thing lines up. 1300 light seconds from the sun should be enough to dim the light. Alright, we're gonna get in there and then we'll find the direction to the Nebula. I think it's on my left, but who knows? Alright, we're gonna come to a stop. Alright, so there's the star, or there's the planet. There's the thing, and there's the nebula. Hold on. Let's try not to spin too much. I line up the ship now with the nebula, and then I turn it right back around. Where's my gas giant? Right there. I'm gonna go on the other side of the gas giant. Alright. Get some speed. We're not gonna crash into the rings. Don't worry. Alright, here's the rings. Alright, so somehow we screwed that up royally. Huh? Where's the gas giant now?
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, we'll try in here.
Fuel scooping
Great, there's nothing in here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, we're gonna do... we have to figure something out. Of course, this is gonna be a huge star. Very bright. And we have to get very far away from it before we can even see the nebula.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, we're gonna duck away from the thing and we're gonna check out the system map. Alright. That is not very far away from the sun. But we'll go and we'll figure it out.
Hull integrity.
Ah!
Warning. Temperature critical.
Pretty sure I didn't press twice, but whatever.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Let's get over there and get this sorted out. Alright. I think this is the best shot we have, is maybe this moon. Right behind me now is the planet. Alright, hold on. Oh. Alright, so that's a full stop. There's the moon. I flip straight around. And I got the planet and the nebula. But I don't see the rings. I'm too far away from the rings. Was there rings? Yeah, there were rings. We just flew right by them. Alright, so this can kind of give us what we were looking for. We're just gonna get over to this moon and try and line it up, our landing. So that we're coming in facing, we can see the planet and or the nebula. So we're gonna try and line that up like so, and then we're gonna go around the thing. We're gonna go around the thing and come down on the other side. Alright, so we're gonna come to an almost stop. I may not be able to get everything. Alright, but we are gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna put down here anyways. There's a huge mountain up here. Not sure if you can make it that far. Would be cool to do this after the planetary body update, but you know, well, we can't get it all. Okay, we're gonna glide at about 10. I think we'll be able to get some range at that angle. I think I want to try and set it down in front of this mountain. Alright, I want to set it down right here. got the mountain. We got the nebula. We got the planet. We got the crater. Let's just see if we can put this down somewhere sort of safely. All right.
Landing gear deployed.
How about this spot over here? We don't need a lot. We don't have an SRV, so what we gotta do is go out, move the camera around. You know what? That is not too bad. That is not too shabby. Here we go. We got the mountain, we got the planet, we got the nebula. Now where are all those where are all those stars? Do we have those here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, there we are. Alright, that's gonna be it for today. We are almost at the Omega Nebula. I'll probably do the rest myself later on. But for now, that is it. This is